Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a magical and spooky day on this October day. And this today's video is going to be um I'm making this kind of for my pen pal. She wanted to learn how to make nicer, kind of fancier pen pal letters and stuff like that. So I'm going to make this video for her, but anyone can, watch this and make it too. And so I kind of have this set up like I'm talking to her. So I hope everyone is having a good day. Okay, so I'm gonna make one very simple today, but I just wanted to explain how I start by choosing an envelope first, an envelope size. So I have multiple envelope sizes here. Okay, I have lots of envelopes, so I just kind of thumb through them and decide what size of envelope I'm going to use first. That's my number one thing before I start making or writing a letter or anything. What envelope size am I going to use? Because depending on the envelope size, that's how big my project is going to be. Okay. And then, so these ones are store-bought stuff, right? These ones are if you have scrapbook paper. This one is just folding. I think this is it might have been a 12 by 12 and I cut it in half and then just folded it over. So you can make your own envelopes, and then I just put a little bit of washi tape down there, glue the sides together. This one is using an actual envelope punch board. So if you have a punch board and fancy paper to use, you can make your own envelopes, right? And some washi tape. And then here's some bigger ones. I think this one came from Dollar Tree. I think the last pen pal mail I sent her, I used a big one like this. It's pretty big. I can fit my whole hand in there. Still have room for another whole hand. These are pretty big. So the one I decided to use today is, let me get my envelopes back in order. So that's a Dollar Tree one too, and then this one. So because I sent her a really big one last time, my next one is going to be small. And so I'm going to use this one right here. So the rest of these can be put aside. So now that I've decided on what size of envelope, and this is from Dollar Tree as well. Yeah, you can get an 80 count. For these are 3 5/8 by 6.5. So if you do a lot of pen pal mail, these are perfect size. You can still send nice, cute mail. Hold on, I gotta get it. My mouth is dry today. So now that I've decided what envelope I'm using and what size my project is going to be, what theme? I'm a crafter, so not all pen pals. I mean, you definitely have to communicate with your pen pals. Do they just like sending letters? Are they just a letter type person? Nothing else. Nothing fancy. Or do they like to fancy it up a little bit? Or do they like to really make something and make it look cute, fancy? I'm a crafter, so I have to fancy everything up. So this is my stationery. I make my own stationery. I just use washi tapes to decorate the edges, put some stickers on it. So the theme I'm going for right now. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm back. My husband just walked in. And apparently he's telling me it's time to eat. He brought me a bowl of popcorn shrimp. So that's off to the side here. Where was I? Oh, so my theme is gonna go like magical, witchy type vibe. Hands making magic there. Oh, maybe I have it upside down. Maybe it goes that way. Yeah, I think it goes this way. I had it upside down first. And how I make my own stationery is I take just a regular sheet. This is just a regular printer sheet, right? I fold it in half. I just fold it in half and I score it really, 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 really good. Flip it the other side. There we go. And then I just tear that in half. And then you have two sheets. So if you have two pen pals, you can get 2 letters out of 1 sheet. Unless you like writing really long letters. I don't. I hate writing long letters. So yeah, so we've got my stationery. We've got our envelope now. Okay. And we've picked a theme. Very simple. So I'm going to use some scrapbook paper. And this is, in case anyone is interested, got this from Joann's, and it's Park Lane. Joann's no longer is here with us, so you can't shop at Joann's anymore. She's gone. There's none left. But I have this whole pad, and I've barely even got a chance to play with it, and I think I got it, was this last year's? 2024. So yeah, this was last year's. So I'm going to make some stuff out of here. So, and the base of my project is going to be out of this paper here. And then there's some cut aparts out of this. And then I have some scraps. I've only used this paper pad a few times, but I have scraps in there to use up. So, there we go. Alright, so the base of my project has to fit inside this small envelope. So, I'm going to measure this. So here comes the scoreboard. Ta-da! You don't need a scoreboard. You can use a ruler and a pencil or a pair of scissors. Alright, so we want this. So I just got to make sure that this fit into. I score it. And I'm kind of making like a little booklet, so it just folds right down. Now, I could cut this off, but I don't want to make more scraps. So we're going to score it. Get this to score straight. I just saw that I didn't measure that right. Alright, so I'm going to score that one more time. I'm going to fold that inwards. Kind of make that a tuck spot on the inside. If you do not want a tuck spot, just cut that piece off, okay? But I think, yeah, I do want to use it because I don't want to cut it off and have more scraps. So we're just going to make a tuck spot out of that. But now, we have a cute little thing that we can build off now. And it will fit. I'll double check and make sure it fits inside my envelope. So if my pen pal's watching, just know that you can do this simple little technique for any of your pen pals. Okay? Just make sure that you measure it to the size of envelopes you're making. And if you don't have any fancy scrapbook paper, because I know some of the pen pals out there, they don't get paper, you can do the same technique with just a plain white sheet of paper. Just measure it, cut it, and fold it to the size of your envelope. And then you can decorate the front, you can decorate the inside, put a little pocket on the inside, put your letter. Now, where's my stationery? Now I've got to make sure that this is going to fit. Yeah. So if I fold it this way, here to get, there we go. So my letter will be on the inside here, right? If I fold it this way and this way, it will fit inside. I hope I'm not making it complicated. But my letter will go inside. But now we're going to put the envelope and the letter aside, and we're going to decorate this thing. Make it fun. We are all made in stars. I love that. So if you don't have cut aparts like this, you can put stickers. Even if you're working with a blank sheet of paper, if it's not colored, you can use sprays, you can use markers, color crayons, and do something on the front. And then if you have a sticker, you can like stick it in the middle. It's fun. I love getting fancy. Where's my score? I love receiving pen pal mail. So if there's anyone new out there that's watching and you would like to be my pen pal, just let me know. That's going to go right there on the front, but I'm going to use some of these scraps. Fun little scraps here. And kind of do it like a layering. Oh, that's cute. I love that. I'm just going to glue that down. Da, 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 da. Okay. Where did I want these to go in? So the scrap paper that I had on there. That scrap piece of paper had some moons. Oh, can you see that? Yeah. Of the moon phases. Because we are a little witchy over here and we're obsessed with the moon. You know what I mean? Okay. So that would fit. Yeah, that would fit in there. Huh. Right there in my little pocket. I wonder if I staple it down. I don't want to have to glue it, so we're going to staple. If you don't have a stapler, you can just glue stuff down. Or if you've already cut it off, then you don't have to worry about it. There we go. Now my letter will fit right in this little pocket here. Actually, And let's smoke it up a little. You don't have to do this step. I just like, I'm a little over the top sometimes. If you don't have an ink pad or an ink blending brush, then maybe you have colored pencils or markers, and you can just, maybe you want to add like a little dot, 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 or just a straight line, like a little frame. You can do that too. That'd be so cute. I tell you what, when it comes to pen pal mail, it's definitely those little tiny details that makes it, you know, I really, really appreciate, like, let me see, hold on, let me finish inking this, and I'm going to try to show you my pen pal letter. Okay, so I have my pen pal letter here that she sent to me. Let me see if I can show you something, without showing too much, you know what I mean? Okay, so for instance, on her letter, she did this little border with markers, and I love that. I appreciate that because that's that little touch, that's that little effort that she put into it to make it look nice. She even did my name special. That was really cute. And she put little stickers. Here, let me see if I can show you one of these stickers here. Without showing you what's on. A little sticker at the corner. So adding little stickers. Very nice. She has really, really nice handwriting. Way better than mine. She did really good. So there. Very simple. Very nice. I know any pen pal would love to receive this. And I know my pen pal would really, really like it. Alright, so now for the inside. Let's see. I'm going to put a pocket here because I do want to send some of these cut aparts with. I know I want to send that one with her. These can be cut apart right here. But because I'm going to put them in a pocket, I'm going to leave them. So she'll have to cut those herself. Just like what, there's two right here, 1, 2. So she'll have to cut that apart. It's just easier to send those in whole. And this one, here's some like faux turtle cards. I'm just going to cut those in half right now for her. Like that. Right. And I want those to go right there in that pocket. And this one, I think I will put on the pocket. My little, like I'm sending her a ball of love and magic with my hands. Yeah. Okay, so just a simple little pocket across here. See if I have any more scraps to use. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad, but because I'm going to cover it up. Yeah, maybe I might have to cut that down just a smidge, but I might send that scrap of paper over with her too. Alright, so I just gotta cut this down. Well, instead of getting my scoreboard back out, I'm gonna use my pencil if I can find it. Okay. So each time I try to do some pen pal mail, I will show how I do it different ways. I just kind of measure it right at that. And I try to kind of what's the word to use? Rotate. So I'll send like small 1 month, medium the next, then large, and then I'll go back to the small, like so. Because my last one was a large male, I'm gonna do this one a small. I'm just gonna glue that down. So maybe around the holidays she'll end up getting another big one. But for now on, I'm gonna try to show how to make all my pen pal stuff so she can see too and learn. So I'll be sending this video to her. So there's my little pocket. Right? So this stuff will go right in there. And then front. Oh, isn't that cute? So a simple little pocket with some ephemera pieces in there for her to use on whatever. And then I also want to send her some stickers too. Little um, oh, and then I was gonna cut this down so it will fit in that pocket better. Let's see if I can do it straight. Did it? I'm just taking this. I'm just taking this scrap piece of paper and I was trying to even it out better. So this can be a little journaling card for her or something because I know she's a book reader, so she reads a lot of books. She listens to some music, so she maybe wants to take some notes and put it in a book for her. Got a lot of those witchy, the palm hands, the crystal balls, the crystals, the moons, the eye. Let's just see if that will fit. Nope. And I don't want to cut it down anymore, so then I will probably stick it right there. That's really cute. I like that. See if I could stick. I'm looking for some small stickers. I want to put some small stickers on there. it on there? Probably not. There we go. We'll get some stickers on that side there. And I will be writing my letter off camera. But very simple. See how simple that looks? And it's very nice. And I know my pen pal's going to love it. But so now she knows what she's getting. But I really wanted to show how I make these pen pal now so she can learn too. And see, it will fit in my nice little envelope. And then, oh, here's a tip. If you ever put any like gems or anything 3D, make sure it's facing the back. Okay? Because when the post office runs the mail through their machine, if it's not too fat, if it's too fat, then they do a different process. The machine runs their little printing thing right there, or sometimes they just stamp it. And then you just write your address and to who it's going right there. And then I like to put washi tape on here and some stickers sometimes. There we go. So I hope my pen pal likes it and it's easy enough for her to follow. I'm trying to keep these simple because I don't know what everybody's level of craftiness is at. So I'm just gonna keep them simple for now and then slowly work ourselves up to more difficult stuff. All right. I hope everybody has a lovely day. Bye.